Hello and welcome to the NORSEFORCE Valhalla Cup Series, race number 6, Indianapolis. 80 laps here tonight as we watch these drivers make their way around here in the qualifying session. We want to welcome you to tonight's broadcast right here on V-Speed, this presentation of the NORSEFORCE Valhalla Cup Series, right here live on Twitch. It's been a great season so far, and the driver you're looking at on the screen, Jimmy Mullis, not able to capture another pole here with that lap time, but right there in the running, third on the boards. We still have drivers making their way onto the racetrack. Derek Justice out here trying to get his lap time in with just a few minutes left on the timer here. So he starts his hot lap now, 2.5 minutes remaining in that Baskin-Robbins number 31 machine. We also have Anthony Burrows, your points leader, out here right now trying to put down a lap time of his own. Also Ian Smith on track, Dylan Alt out here, Dylan Parker, and a handful of others trying to get their lap times in. And you can see the current leaderboard right there on the left side of our overlay here. Josh Lambert puts his lap time in. He is 12th on the board in that number 21 machine, trying to improve his time here on the second lap. We'll see if he's able to do so. Currently about a half second off the pole time. That time by does not improve by much, and he will remain in the 13th position. Anthony Burrows, though, coming out of turn 4 down across the start-finish line. He will jump to the top of the standing, so great lap time there by the 62, and your points leader looking strong here already tonight. Connor Horn, who comes in right there in the running. He is second in points, just 10 behind Anthony Burrows. Trying to get a lap time in here of his own, just a minute or so of qualifying remaining. And Connor has had a great season. 2 top 5s and 5 top 10s in the first 5 races. Looking to continue the top 10 streak here. And Alec Martinez goes to the top of the board. Connor Horn jumps to 6th. But Alec Martinez, this number 15, he is currently sitting your provisional pole leader. Anthony Burrows, 2 1,000 slower. So great lap time by Alec in the closing moments of qualifying. And we'll see who else is out here who has not put their time in yet. Michael Bianchini at number 24 going to start his lap. Skylar Shackelford going to get his lap time in here as he comes through 3 and 4. A little bit wide through the corner there. Not going to help his time, but comes out of turn 4 and just cruising down to the start-finish line here. Looks like he's going to try and start from the back of the field. But Alec Martinez looks like he's going to capture the pole here tonight. So that number 15 going to be starting on the front row alongside Anthony Burrows, your pole sitter or your points leader right there on the front row. Let's go to our starting grid here for tonight's race. Alec Martinez is going to be starting on the pole here tonight. Anthony Burrows, your points leader, rolling off in the 2nd position. So a great starting spot for Anthony here in tonight's race at Indianapolis. And track position going to be key here with this new race car, this new package. Everything relies upon the track position that you have, and starting off well for those two on the front row. Caden Rush going to be rolling off in the 3rd position. John Furness starting in 4th. He's been on a hot streak here since he joined the league. Jimmy Mullis, a 2-time winner here this season, currently comes in to this race sitting, let's see here, he is 3rd in points, but he will be rolling off in 5th position here next to the 2nd place in points driver Connor Horn in 6th. Michael Finlayson going to be rolling off in 7th. Chris Samard starting in the 8th position. Wade Hustad going to be rolling off in 9th, and Derek Justice rounds out the top 10. In 11th, it's Nicholas Short. 12th is going to be Matt Kemp. 13th is Malik Ray. 14th is Keith Mayato. 15th is Aaron Mulrooney Jr. 16th will be Ian Smith. 17th is going to be Dylan Parker, and 18th is race winner this season, Briar LaPrade. He won at Auto Club earlier in the season. Eric Royce rolling off in 19th, and Josh Lambert starting in the 20th position. Donovan Strauss going to be rolling off in 21st position. Skylar Shackelford starting in 22nd. 23rd is Nick Holslander. 24th, Dylan Alt. 25th is Tyler Logan. 26th will be Zach Nichols. 28th is Michael Bianchini. 29th is Harrison Chandler. And that is going to round out the field here tonight. Just 28 drivers. But up on the front, it's going to be Alec Martinez and Anthony Burrows as pace car gets rolling. Let's take a look at tonight's track conditions. 86-degree air temperature and 112-degree track temp. So going to be a pretty hot one here for these guys. Not a lot of grip based on what we saw in practice. And I guess tight conditions with this setup tonight. So we'll see how these drivers deal with it and how they preserve their tires to get away from the rest of the field. But should be a pretty good one here. The new packages these guys have on these race cars, a lot of downforce, not a lot of horsepower, and drafting is going to be key here. Track position going to be incredibly key as well, and we'll see how these guys do as this race progresses. Like I said, though, clean air and track position going to be incredibly important. We want to give a quick shout out to all of our sponsors here tonight. That is Next Level Racing, Blaze Pizza, Crockett Creek Beef Jerky, as well as the Butt Kicker. And if you haven't seen already this season, you can save 20% off your purchase using the code NORSE20 at thebuttkicker.com. Put the link there in the chat for you guys to see. You can save 20% off your order there. Butt Kicker products, great products, and a great sponsor of this series. And these drivers in contention to win some of their products throughout this season. But pace car lights are off the field, making their way down the front straightaway now. Pace car takes that hard left onto pit road. And Alec Martinez, Anthony Burrows waiting for that green flag to fly. And we'll be underway for race number 6. Green flag in the air. And we are underway here at Indianapolis. Anthony Burrows, a great start on the outside. The 15 down on the inside. Going to try and get the run through turns 1 and 2 here. Down to the short chute now through turn 1 into turn 2. The 15 with the advantage. 62 fading up high, but he's going to have help out of the corner. Not a whole lot, though, as the 82 jumps up to the third lane. 62 jumps down to the inside, and we'll bring up our ticker here so you can follow along with your favorite driver. And comment in chat who you're rooting for, as the 15 already getting passed up. Caden Rush now to the point. That 40 Texas Roadhouse machine going to take over the lead here as they make their way down into turn number 4. Everybody filing out, mostly single file at this point. A couple double file battles going on, and it looks like Caden Rush going to lead lap number 1. Big push from Alec Martinez, who's right on the bumper. 15 looks low, not able to make that move work as he drifts up a little bit in the center of the corner. The 40 able to pull away by a few car lengths down into turn number 2. And that is the gap right there. Thank you, Corey Alexander, for the follow. Appreciate you tuning in and appreciate the support here tonight. Because right now, Caden Rush out in front of the field. Let's go back here to a couple drivers just outside the top 10. Derek Justice here in 11th. Chris Samard back to 12th, but he is a teammate in Keith Mayato right behind him. Thank you, the Spicy Guy, for following here tonight. Appreciate the support. Let us know who you're cheering for, as we've got a 3-wide battle up here. John Furness up on the high line, but he's right there with Nicholas Short. And the 32 of Wade Husted, who completes the pass on Short, but he's going to try and get crossed over here now by the 99 of Nicholas Short. And the 99 down low, trying to get that run. Here comes Malik Ray to make it 3 wide. Going to get underneath the 99 now, and that is not going to work out for the 99, making that move too early. And here goes Malik Ray down into the corner, able to mostly complete the pass. He will slide up in front, but the 99 peeks the nose down low. He stays in line. As we saw a battle back here between Keith Mayato and Ian Smith. The 36 of Mayato has not had a lot of great races, but has had the speed. Not a great start here tonight. We're currently in 14th position, but maybe just biding his time in that V-Speed Camaro. Briar LaPrade trying to find his way forward as well. Right here behind Aaron Mulrooney Jr. LaPrade into the 18th position. Skylar Shackelford making the pass on the 72 of Eric Royce, and that will be for the 21st position. Shackelford up one spot from where he started, and right up in front of him, Josh Lambert still running where he started, but he looks to the inside of Holslander, and he will take that spot away, now move him to the 19th spot. But so hard to make passes, you really have to dive it into the corner and hope that you don't get crossed over on exit, as it looks like Keith Mayato still battling it up right now. That is with the 51 of Donovan Strauss just inside the top 15. Strauss with a huge push from Dylan Parker as they dive into turn one. Parker washes up a little bit, not able to get the turn entry, and now they're really tight side by side. Keith Mayato, oh, Strauss into the wall. Or Parker into the wall. That'll stack him up behind him. That was the number 2 of Aaron Mulrooney Jr. had to back out of it. Here comes the 18 of LaPrade now going to make the move. Nope, stays in line as at the front. Looks like Michael Bianchini actually takes it behind the wall. And Caden Rush continues to lead. Alec Martinez now just over 6/10 behind. And I believe this is going to be how it goes for most of this event. The leader's going to have a clear advantage over the rest of the field. And let's go on board with Alec here, your pole sitter, see what he is experiencing as he dives down into turn number 1. You can hear him have to lift there in 1 and 2 as he makes his way out of 2 now. Down the back straightaway, Jimmy Mullis out of line. He's going to move up to the 3rd spot, or try to take that away from Anthony Burrows. And Burrows trying to find his way back towards the front after starting on the outside pole. But Mullis now moves to the 3rd spot. He's looking for win number 3 of the season, and he has had a good last couple of races. Actually, his last 3, he has finished inside the top 3 and led over 300 laps in those events. So Mullis on a roll here early in the season, and that is why he's sitting 3rd in the points. Just one bad finish coming at Auto Club where he had some connection issues. But Connor Horn, also a driver who's been very strong, and your top 3 in points, currently running 3rd through 5th here tonight. As everybody pretty much single file. Derek Justice looks down low now. He's battling with Nicholas Short, and Justice trying to get into the top 10. Dives it down into the corner there. Really has to let off the throttle. And now into turn number 4, just crawling around here under 160 miles an hour. And Chris Samard now going to close into the back bumper, and he's going to bring Ian Smith right there with him. Smart elects to stay in line. Ian Smith also going to stay in line. But they are nose to tail right now, just outside the top 10. And once again, down under 160 miles an hour there in the center of the corner. And then really nailing the throttle on exit. As Derek Justice looking to make a pass here. He's right on the back bumper of Short, goes to the inside. And he'll try and use any kind of side draft techniques he can. So dive down into the corner. Trying to make that pass. You can see the car just does not have the grip for him right now, but he does complete the pass. And he'll slide in front of Nicholas Short, move Derek Justice into the top 10. A good start for Justice as he remains inside the top 10. And we do have the spicy guy rooting for Justice Like to see him inside the top 5, he says, and right now he's in the top 10 as now Chris Simard making the pass on Nicholas Short, so move Simard to 11th, and now we have a little bit of a pack here developing just outside the top 10. Derek Justice starting to pull away from Simard, but that is 6 cars right there in line. Trying to work together as Caden Rush out in front, but Alec Martinez has found his way back to the bumper of the number 40, so the battle for the lead is on as we are approaching lap number 10. The 15 of Martinez has made his way back forward now under a 10th, looks inside, stays in line, looks high now, and the 40 is going to give him that lane. Martinez not able to get the nose in there. As they come across the start-finish line to start lap number 10, Alec Martinez at the back door. And they have created a little bit of a gap, but it looks like Mullis actually starting to close in on these drivers in front of him. And he's got a little bit of space to work with, so a little clean air will help in the corners. Same goes for Anthony Burrows, who's now in the 4th position with Connor Horn right there at the back bumper. Those two battling for the points lead in tonight's event. As we are getting some cloud cover here in turns 3 and 4, it should help with a little bit of extra grip for these guys. And they are still battling out just outside the top 10, but Malik Ray has found his way up to 8th place after getting by Wade Hustad. Malik Ray up from 13th. He is in the 8th position, putting pressure on John Furness, that 82 car. And John has had great runs like we mentioned. Trying to see what those finishes are exactly. He only has 4 starts out of the 5 races, but still sits 14th in points with 3 top 10s, 2 top 5s. So great start to the season for John, as he's trying to gather some more points here, running inside the top 10. A little farther back, Josh Lambert trying to chase down Briar LaPrade, those two battling for 17th and 18th. And Dylan Parker with that right front damage, that's definitely hurting his performance here. You see him slide through the corner there trying to make the exit, but really has to whoa up, and he is way down on speed. Currently about 3 or 4 tenths of a second a lap off of the pace of everybody else here. So Dylan Parker struggling early here, currently riding in that 20th position after starting in 17th. We also have Matt Kemp back here, who started in 12th. So it looks like he may have missed the start of the race, actually. He elects to start from pit road, currently in the 25th position. Zach Nichols in the same boat, currently in 26th. And those guys hoping for a caution, as they are over 20 seconds behind your leader. And we'll see what kind of help they get here. But Caden Rush continues to lead. He has created a little bit of a gap once again over Alec Martinez, but just a couple car lengths. So that 15 car doing an incredible job to stay with the leader. And that is so hard to do with this new package, but if you time your throttle and brake just right, you can actually hang on to a little bit of corner exit speed. And the 40, you can see him starting to slide now, really pushing that car, and Jimmy Mullis goes a little wide there out of turn number 2. He's going to lose a little ground to the top 2 drivers, but still well in front of Anthony Burrows. And no real challenge to the 46 at the moment, but he has closed in pretty significantly to your leaders. A few tenths over the last 5 or 6 laps. But still just about a second behind now. He loses a bit out of turn 4 there, as we are pretty much single file all the way through the field, trying to find any kind of battle we can. Looks like Keith Mayato trying to hold off the 99 of Nicholas Short, and he is closing in once again on Ian Smith. Now they go too wide behind him. Donovan Strauss trying to move forward. He gets a little bit wide on exit. The 99 tags the wall, and that will help Donovan stay alongside. Oh, and we've got Dylan Parker bouncing off the wall. Let's take a look at what happened here. He tags that wall, able to hang on to the race car. So good job by Dylan, but he is going to continue to drop here now to 21st, getting passed up by Eric Royce, that 72 car who moves into the 20th position. So not a good start for Dylan Parker, who came into tonight's race in 18th, and we have a caution on the racetrack, and I think it is Dylan Parker. So troubles continue for Dylan here. He's going to bring out caution number 1. Let's go take a look at what brought this one out. Battling it up with Eric Royce, 25. You can see how sideways he is, just tries to hang on, bounces off that wall, loses it down on the inside, able to lock down the brakes, takes out the cone there, and able to stay away from the end of pit wall. So good job by Dylan to do that. But gonna have a bit more damage. He'll at least have an opportunity to repair it. But that is caution number 1 here. Great save by Dylan Parker. And Caden Rush trying to catch back up to the pace car here. They're making their way onto the back straightaway. We're going to cut quickly to a commercial break. And we'll be right back with more racing action.
Okay, we're going to keep this quick.
Because at Blaze Pizza,
artisanal quality at crazy fast speed is what we're all about.
Fresh dough made from scratch daily.
Walk the line and choose any toppings you'd like.
It's all one price.
Then it's just 180 seconds in our blazing hot oven
For fast fire perfection.
That's Blaze Pizza. Sound good?
Then come check us out and build your own pizza at Blaze Pizza.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
And we are back now. Pace car lights are off. The field is double file, making their way through turns 3 and 4. And if you're just tuning in, this is V-Speed. If you're enjoying the broadcast, please consider following or subscribing. And if you subscribe, you'll be able to skip ads like the ones we just ran. And you'll be able to see our normal race sponsors. But that's going to be the only ad we run here tonight as the pace car takes it down pit road. The field now trying to get going once again. Working off of caution number 1. Back in the air goes the green flag. And on the front row, once again, Caden Rush. Alec Martinez down on that inside line. He's going to sit in second now as Caden Rush drops to the inside. And will hold on to that lead position. Anthony Burrows now trying to make his way underneath Malik Ray, who's made it up inside the top 5 after that pit cycle. And a little bit of contact, it looked like maybe a touch there as they are now battling with Jimmy Mullis here. This is 4th, 5th, and 3rd, and also Alec Martinez jumping up now to the outside. He gives the bottom to Malik Ray, who moves to the 3rd position, trying to take over 2nd. And caution is out towards the back of the pack here. Looks like possibly Eric Royce. Not sure, actually. Chris Samard looks to be involved in this. So let's go back and take a look at what happened here to Samard. Oh, huge wreck. Samard was underneath the 2, and they make contact, gets a little bit loose. The 2 bouncing off the wall, flying through the air. And Aaron Mulrooney Jr. is going to be done for the night. He slams the wall even harder the 2nd time. Oh my gosh, what an impact. He goes spinning like a top there on top of Ian Smith. And that was probably quite the view for Ian. Let's go on board here with Ian Smith. And yep, just right there on top of him, the Ian actually gets away with very little damage. So a bit of a lucky one there. And once again, that 2 car, Aaron Mulrooney Jr. flipping through the air. And I'll try and see who else gets caught up in this. Oh, the 51, the 18. So Brian LaPrade with damage here. A lot of nose damage on that race car. The 51 sent hard down low. That was Donovan Strauss, who ended up in that inside barrier. He got tagged by the 18. The 99 also caught up in this. I think the 3 of Skylar Shackelford somehow made it through this. Let's go on board with Skylar. You can see Samard there start to drift up. He gets loose. Heavy contact. The 3 just able to scoot on by around the outside. So great job by Skylar to survive that one. But quite a few drivers with severe damage here in the first 20 laps. But let's see if we can pull up Mr. Caden Rush, who has led every lap so far.
Roll about it if they want, but they ain't making it up mid-race.
Hey, Caden, this is Adam in the V-Speed booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Sorry to interrupt you there while you're having a discussion, but just wanted to ask you a couple questions here. You're out front right now after starting in the 3rd position, and we've seen you kind of scoot away, but that 15's still hanging with you at times. But how important is the clean air here?
I think it's really important in the fact that you can hold your front tires and make sure they don't slide across the racetrack. I mean, Alec was handling the dirty air pretty good there, and so was Jimmy near the end of that run before that yellow came out. I think the clean air is probably going to be the most important part of the race if we get a green flag stop here, because it's generally just going to be hard to pass even if you have tires over somebody.
Yeah, 10-4 on that. It seemed hard to pass already with the high track temps, and you've been out front for the majority of the time. I haven't seen you snaking up and down the straightaways like we sometimes see here. Is that a tactic that you'll try later on, or just playing it safe right now?
Yeah, I don't know if the snaking is gonna even become a factor, purely just because even if someone does have the draft on you, I think the run from the draft is kind of negated just because of how tight you are coming off the corner. They'd have to be within 2-3 tenths of you for you to even want to snake. I don't think it's gonna come into play. I think you can go down into the turn and you can let somebody have the inside, but if you have the outside and you can get on their door hard enough or get the run coming off, you can probably still keep the lead. I just don't think snaking is going to really come into play.
At 10-4 on that, and you find yourself out front here tonight. You've had not the best of finishes, not the best start to this season. So, how much of a confidence booster is it to just be out in the lead here, and get some laps under your belt?
I think it's pretty good to have a run like this, even if it's a very track position oriented race. I mean, being able to run up front like this after a couple races that were just not very good, Auto Club for example, and then Atlanta 2 weeks ago. I think having a good run like this is ultimately important just for having momentum and carrying it on in other races. Even if we don't win this race here, I think just carrying the momentum into the next couple races with points is a good thing.
Yes, sir. Momentum definitely a huge factor when it comes to racing for a championship. Well, Caden, thanks for the time here answering our questions. Anybody you want to give a quick shout out to before we let you go racing again?
Just Mosby's Towing and Transport LLC and everybody that helped me get to this point.
All right, thank you, Caden. Good luck out there, and hopefully we talk to you later.
Thank you.
That was your leader right now, Caden Rush, who has led every lap so far, and looking for his first victory, really his first solid finish. He's had some good starting positions in these races with an average starting position of 9th, but he has yet to really close out a race the way that I'm sure he would like. His best finish coming at Texas in the opener, finishing in 12th position. He did lead a lap there. Caden looking for his best run of the season right now. Definitely looking like his best run so far. So pace car lights are off. And if you're just tuning in, once again, this is V-Speed. We want to thank you for tuning in here tonight. And you can check us out on Twitch, where we're streaming now. You can also check us out on YouTube, where we post race replays as well as other interesting content, such as real-world racing coverage, as well as automotive repair guides, other things of that nature. So check us out on that platform and subscribe if you haven't. You can also find us on Facebook, where we post the announcements before each and every broadcast, so you can be aware of what we're doing throughout the week. You can also find us on Instagram and Twitter, where we post those same announcements as well as new merchandise and other special events. We would appreciate your support on any of those platforms. I want to thank you guys for following so far tonight. And we are over 200 followers, and we appreciate everybody who's been supporting us these last few months. And we would encourage you to consider subscribing. You can even use Amazon Prime and link that right up to Twitch here. Get a free subscription each and every month. And you get access to exclusive emotes, and you can skip the ads that we run every now and then. And you get to watch more of the great racing here at the NORSEFORCE Valhalla Cup Series, and also being an exclusive group of fans who tune in here each and every race. But pace car lights are off. We're going to be going green here. It's Caden Rush elects to take the outside lane, and Alec Martinez down on the inside. He's going to have a push from Malik Ray, but on the outside, Rush gets him going. Jimmy Mullis did not time that probably how he would have liked, and he's going to drop back here. And here comes Malik Ray now with a big push. Goes to the inside of Alec Martinez, and he's going to try and take over second position. Then number 90 charging up through the field here, and he puts the nose out in front of Martinez. Not able to clear him just yet. Looks like he will out of turn 2, possibly, as he slides up in front. Now moves to the second spot, Malik Ray. He's finished second 2 races in a row. Now here comes the 15 of Martinez back down low. He's going to get blocked by Malik. Oh, Caden Rush throwing blocks. Now they're too wide for the lead. Rush up high, Malik Ray down low. And Alec Martinez right there in their wake as they battle it out for the point. Very tight racing, almost contact between those two as they come out of turn number 4. And it is all down to track position here tonight, like you heard Caden say, as they work down the front straightaway, still side by side. Malik Ray down low. Caden Rush up high, trying to hang on to the lead. Oh, they make contact into turn number 1. The 40 with the advantage now down the short chute into turn 2. Malik Ray trying his hardest, but Caden Rush too strong on that high line. He's going to hold him off. Here comes Martinez now with the push on Malik Ray, who swings it all the way down to the grass. And things are getting crazy here as Malik Ray now with the side draft on Martinez. And he's going to get a push from his peak buddy there, Jimmy Mullis, who is inside the top 5, along with Anthony Burrows. Looks like Connor Horn has dropped back a ways. He's currently scored in the 15th position, but he was up inside the top 5 for quite a while. We'll see if Connor can make his way forward as he pitted on that last caution. Oh, and contact between Mayato and Shackelford. They're still hitting doors and they're hanging on to it. No, they're going to go around. Mayato and Shackelford down off the track, though. I don't think that's going to bring out a caution. And we saw contact going into the corner. Mayato down low. The 3 started, I'm not exactly sure. It looks like Mayato pushed up a little on entry and they make contact and then just could not get off of each other. And they were going to save it, I think, but just wrong place, wrong time as the 3 into the wall. 36 Mayato spins it back around with damage now. He gets it going again. Currently the last car on the lead lap. 20 seconds off of your leader, who is Caden Rush, and he has gotten away. Malik Ray, Alec Martinez were battling up so hard. Now it's over a second back to Malik. And Alec Martinez battling it out with Jimmy Mullis for 3rd. So Mayato's bad luck continues here this season. He has not had the finishes, but still has plenty of time to recover here if things fall correctly. But going to be hard to contend for the win here with these guys battling it out so hard. Wade Hustad in the mix now in 6th position. He looks to the inside of Anthony Burrows, going to try and take that spot away. But Burrows just slipping right into a hole that was just the right size for that race car. And Wade Hustad not able to make progress. Here comes Derek Justice now, closing in on that elusive top 5. Thank you, Shadow Volk, for the follow. Appreciate you tuning in here and supporting us tonight. These guys are racing it up here at Indy tonight. Race number 6 of the season. And things are really getting going here. And somebody I did not see in here tonight, Justin Botello. It looks like he did not make the race tonight, so all you Jabo fans, unfortunately, he is not in here. Matt Kemp making a move down to the inside of John Furness. Some damage there for the 82. So he got caught up, I think, in the last wreck. He gets passed up by Matt Kemp and Zach Nichols, who find themselves now in the top 5 after starting from the pits. Or top 15 after starting from the pits, I should say. And everybody pretty much single file now. Malik Ray into 2nd. He's closing in on your leader, Caden Rush. But it uses so much tire to just get up there and even battle. I'm not sure he's going to have much if he can get there. But Malik, obviously a very talented driver, was in the Peak Pro Series last season. But also Jimmy Mullis, one of those drivers. He's here in the top 5. Been on a roll here. 2 wins in the last 3 races. 3 top 3 finishes in those races. Yes, Ian Smith now looks to the inside of Michael Venlayson. And the 28 now trying to make that pass, move himself up to the 8th position. Ian Smith up about 8 spots, not able to complete that pass though, and you can see just how much that slows you down battling it up side by side as the 21 of Lambert closes in. And Ian Smith going to lose some ground, I think, by trying to make that pass. As the 14 going to clear him on the back straightaway here. Or maybe not quite. The 28 with the push from Lambert. As they go into the corner here, now the 14 of Finlayson able to clear him. And they will stay in line 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. On your screen here, Connor Horn now into the 11th spot, so he is moving forward. But with a little bit of left rear damage on that car, the 14 bounces off the wall. Here comes Ian Smith. Trying to make that pass once again. He's got a much better chance of it this time as he clears the 14. Squeezes him up the track, almost contact getting into the corner. And that will slow up Finlayson. Here comes Lambert and Horn. With this group working down the back straightaway now. See if Connor Horn tries to make any move here. He will make a move down to the inside of Lambert. Gonna dive it in there. 21 gives him plenty of room, but Connor Horn gonna have to wash up a little bit. Gets close, but definitely a little bit more grip in that race car with 4 lap fresher tires, but he's not gonna complete the pass this time as the 21 with the run on the high line. Able to get back around here. So they will remain 10th and 11th. Meanwhile, Malik Ray really closing in now on Caden Rush, and he's bringing Alec Martinez and Jimmy Mullis with him. Malik just about 8/10 back. He loses time in the turns, but gains a lot on the straightaways. And here's the view from Alec Martinez in third up to Malik. Jimmy Mullis right here, his view forward. And Wade Hustad, Anthony Burrows also right here in the mix, just under 2 seconds behind your leader. Anthony Burrows looking for his second victory of the season. He comes in your point leader over Connor Horn by just 10 points. It's still a close points battle as Derek Justice is closing in on these top 6. And not a surprise to see Derek charging up in through the top 10 here. And he's really closing in on Anthony Burrows. Now going to get to the bumper, almost going into turn number 3. Not able to make a move just yet, so we'll see. Derek can find his way into that top 5. They're battling up back here at 21, now on the inside of Connor Horn. And almost contact out of the corner. Who's the 14 help here? Looks like he is going to help. Really neither of them, but the 8 with the pole on that high line. He gets around and now back into the top 10. That's speedway number 8. And I believe a green flag run about 35 or 40 laps around this track. And they have currently gone 17, so about halfway through the fuel run. And Caden Rush once again stretching out his lead now to almost a second over Malik Ray. And Caden very smooth here. Although he lost a little bit of time there in turn 3. He's going to gain it all back here through turn 4. And Malik just trying to hang on and hang with him and hope that pit cycles might shake things up a little bit as everybody's single file right now. Briar LaPrade back here in between Matt Kemp and Tyler Logan. Currently in the 17th position, but Matt Kemp not able to stay in that top 16. He does have right front damage as Tyler Logan tags the wall there out of turn 1. We are approaching halfway. Zach Nichols in the Crockett Creek Beef Jerky machine, finding his way forward. Let's see his progression up from 26th into 13th. And go check out Crockett Creek Beef Jerky. We just put their link there in the chat. It's Knoxville, Tennessee's very own, very best beef jerky. Perfected with love, made with family, and shared with friends. Their homemade beef jerky is full of flavor and hospitality that extends from their backyard to yours. You can check out all their different flavors available on their website there in the chat. 25 of Dylan Parker, though, bouncing it off the wall there in front of Zach Nichols. Here comes Nichols now to the inside, going to try and take 12th away and continue his move forward as they go down the back straightaway side by side. And the 44 Nichols able to clear down into turn number 3. Connor Horn trying to chase down Michael Finlayson. He is closed in quite a bit. And the 14 machine, Finlayson, he started in 7th. He's currently in 9th. He has a bit of right front damage. And he's been out here for 21 laps on these tires, whereas Connor Horn is the first of the drivers on fresher tires, 16 laps on those Goodyear Eagles. And he is starting to make his way forward. Lap after lap, he is closing in and one of the fastest, if not the fastest on track. But Caden Rush continues to run great laps out here. Malik Ray occasionally faster. But Jimmy Mullis looks to be one of the fastest on track right now. And he is closing in on Alec Martinez. The gap now just 0.3 of a second between 3rd and 4th position. So Mullis setting his sights forward, trying to get win number 3 this season. And that would be win 3 in 6 races here, with really only one race not going his way. He has been the car to beat here in recent weeks, but Anthony Burrows, no slouch of his own, in 6th position. He's trying to chase down Wade Hustad, who rides here in the top 5, and Wade has been very strong, but not quite the finishes that I'm sure he wanted to open the year. As he comes in 12th in points, but just earned his first top 5 last week at Iowa. After a very strong run, actually, he had quite a bit of damage and was able to recover from outside the top 20 up into the top 5 by the end of the event. And definitely going to be a confidence booster as once again he's riding inside the top 5 here tonight. Looking for his 2nd straight. Trying to get some momentum here as we are approaching about the midway point in the season here in just a couple weeks. But almost at the halfway point of the race as well. And Caden Rush is pulling away now over 1.1 seconds back to Malik Ray. And Alec Martinez has closed into the back of Malik Ray, just 0.3 the gap there. But looks like it's just very hard to make any kind of move here. Ian Smith, the closest to anyone else on track. Currently in the 8th spot, riding behind Derek Justice. And Connor Horn now at the back bumper of the 14. But not going to make the move just yet. Going to wait for a better opportunity. Now looks down low. Kind of fakes it down there, hoping the 14 would miss his entry. And that was not the case. Finlayson doing a good job there. But Ian Smith still trying to chase down Derek Justice, who brushes the wall there. We'll ride along with Ian here for just a lap. And we just hit the halfway point, so shout out your favorite driver in chat if you haven't. We want to see if we can follow along with them throughout the rest of the event, see if they can capture the win tonight. And we've had somebody cheering for Derek Justice in chat. And also somebody cheering for Caden Rush early on here in the video, or in the broadcast, I should say. And Caden Rush really dominating at this point. He's led every lap. After starting in the 3rd position, he capitalized on lap number 1, took the lead away from Alec Martinez before they even got to the start-finish line. to complete that lap. And he has led ever since here. And even with the pit stop, he was able to win that battle off. And pulling away from Malik Ray now, 1.3 seconds the gap. Malik pulling away from Alec Martinez, who has got serious pressure from Jimmy Mullis right there. That 46 car ever closer. You can see Jimmy just turn it down a little bit sooner to get some air on the nose of that race car, but not working for him at the moment as he loses a bit of ground out of turn 2. And down the back straightaway, we've got somebody cheering for Dylan Parker, and Dylan still in the race here. Somehow he's got quite a bit of damage. He's in 13th though, so actually got most of that fixed. And up inside the top 15, so. Dylan trying to recover here, earn himself a top 10 potentially. Connor Horn now not able to capitalize on putting pressure on the 14, and Zach Nichols starting to close in on those two, and Zach is having a great race here. Starting back in 26th, he is up to 11th. That Crockett Creek beef jerky machine, we just looked at the Crockett cam not too long ago. And he continues to move forward. Josh Lambert now drops to 12th, and Dylan Parker is closing in on him, so that battle could be heating up here in just a moment for the 12th and 13th positions. We'll see if any of the V-Speed drivers are still out here. Keith Maiato continuing to make laps, 23 seconds off the pace. Nicholas Short also back here in the 19th position. Matt Kemp right now in 20th, and he is just going a lap down to your leader, Caden Rush, or actually, he just made a pit stop, so he's actually getting back on the lead lap. And this is not going to help Caden Rush. As you can see, the 40 just drift up the track there. He loses so much time out of turn 2, and that is going to help Malik Ray quite a bit, who starts to close in down the back straightaway. 2/10. Now 3/10 he closes in just out of that corner. It's the 40 with a little bit of dirty air now. Not what he wanted to see. We'll see if anybody else tries to bring it down pit road. With under 40 to go, I think they will have to make a stop in the next 15 or so laps. And it'll be interesting to see if Matt Kemp will be able to capitalize on the undercut here, try and gain some time back that he had lost, but he is flying right now, running a 51.9 last time by to the leader's 54.2. So he's gaining 3 seconds a lap, or 2.5 seconds a lap. And Connor Horn, yes, definitely moving forward into the 10th position. Not able to make the pass on Finlayson just yet, but he is right on the back bumper, putting pressure on him and trying to get that position away. He was inside the top 5 for a while. Not sure how he got the right rear damage, but he has slightly fresher tires than the rest of the drivers in front of him. Has not been able to use those yet. Now he makes the move to the inside of the 14, and they go side by side into the corner here. Connor Horn down low has to back out of it to make the corner, and he will settle back in line behind the 14. So hard to pass here tonight. And it looks like Briar LaPrade taking his car behind the wall. Chris Samard is on track. He is 11 laps down. Continuing to make laps out here, but well off the pace. And you can see Matt Kemp in the distance here. Last car on the lead lap. He's made up quite a bit of time. That time a 51.3 to the leader's 53.7. And Caden Rush continues to show the way. Malik Ray not far behind him though. Just 1 second the gap, and Malik starting to mount a charge after Caden got checked up by the lap car. Alec Martinez still trying to hang on to this 3rd spot in front of Jimmy Mullis, who has not been able to get up to the lead yet in this race, but I would not doubt that the driver, the number 46, has some tricks up his sleeve here in the second half of the race to find his way to the front. Derek Justice has reeled in Anthony Burrows, and he has shed off the 28 of Ian Smith, who's dropped well behind him. So Derek on the move forward and trying to take this 6th spot away from Anthony. And that would be a great thing for Derek. He has not had all the runs that he would like so far this season, but nice solid one here tonight inside the top 10 all race. And somebody I think we expected to have a solid run, John Furness, not had the night that he was looking for. Currently in the 14th position. After starting up in 4th, he has quite a bit of damage on that race car and 12 seconds off the lead. It's going to be hard to make up. Unless he uses a strategy similar to Matt Kemp, who continues to just slice time off the lead. He's currently 44.2 seconds back. At the line this time, 44. And he ran a 52.8 to the leader's 53.6, so his times are falling off, and with the right front damage, I'm sure that is not helping with his tire wear. But looking for other drivers to make their way on pit road. Nobody has elected to do so to this point. So everybody's single file. Nobody really battling, just kind of waiting for that pit stop to happen. With only 20 cars on the lead lap and fairly spread out, I would not expect any kind of cautions here. So I think we probably will go green. The question is, how much are things going to get shaken up during that green flag pit cycle, and what's the difference in speed going to do? The closing rates are going to be incredible. And we'll have to see what happens. I do not see anybody bringing it down pit road yet, though, other than Matt Kemp. And we're getting close to that lap number 50. Actually, 50 goes up on the board right now. Caden Rush continuing to lead. And Malik Ray not able to close in. But only one driver to make a pit stop at this point. Yeah, I think this undercut will work temporarily, but he is going to be definitely down on speed when everybody else takes fresh tires. So whatever he gained, he may end up losing, pretty much straight away. But he is definitely cutting time off the leaders, and he might end up with the lead after this cycle finishes up. But we really haven't even started the cycle. He is so far in front of, everybody in terms of his pit strategy. But nobody taken down this time, so Caden Rush continuing to lead. The battle really was between Derek Justice and Anthony Burrows, but that has cleared up. And now Connor Horn, Zach Nichols, and Michael Finlayson, they are really the three to watch. The 9th, 10th, and 11th positions. Connor Horn here riding in the middle. Zach Nichols continuing to move forward. So I would keep an eye on that 44 to be a contender in the top 5 here before this race is over. And with under 30 to go, we do have 20 cars on the lead lap. And the top 10 all within 7 seconds. As Caden Rush going to bring it down pit road, so he's going to be the first one to commit. And we'll see what this does for him and how long everybody else elects to stay out, but he will only extend his lead by doing this. Josh Lambert also coming down. Here comes Tyler Logan. And Keith Myotto also coming down. Oh, and he gets a little bit sideways on pit entry, able to slow that race car up and stay off the wall. So good job by Myotto, but it's a scary moment there for sure, as any further mistakes would definitely set him one lap down. Caden Rush, though, now getting out of his pit stall. A 14.4 second stop, so good job by his pit crew. And Malik Ray just coming out of turn 4 now. He's going to bring it down pit road. Couldn't wait to commit. And here comes the 15 of Alec Martinez. Jimmy Mullis going to stay on the racetrack. And he's going to lead Wade Hustad, Anthony Burrows, Derek Justice, and a handful of others. But Malik Ray on the pit lane. Oh, the 82 of John Furness goes around. He takes out the cone there. That sends it into the track. The 82, though, off the track there. He takes it behind the wall. So John Furness out of the race, as now Jimmy Mullis leading Wade Hustad. Those two at the front of the pack. Malik Ray getting out of his pit stall, 14.6. And where does Caden Rush cycle out? He's now going down into turn number 1. Malik Ray just going through the access road. And what was a 1 second gap going to be probably 3 or 4 seconds, as Malik still stuck on the access road. And it looks like Jimmy Mullis bringing it down along with Derek Justice, Ian Smith, maybe some others here. Looks like Dylan Alt also on pit road. So quite a few drivers electing to bring it down now, and this is going to be very interesting to see how things cycle and what the fresh tires do and what these guys on older tires are thinking here, staying out a few extra laps. Currently Caden Rush looking to bypass everybody. He is the first driver on fresh tires. Matt Kemp not far behind, but caution is out. Ooh, I don't know who it was. See if we can find it on track here. I really don't know. See if we can find it out here. Yeah, I'm really not sure. Trying to find out where that caution was. Let's see. Now this shakes things up big time, and only a few laps on the tires for some of these guys. I really don't know where the caution was. Not sure if it was Matt Kemp, possibly. He was already slowed up here. Oh, this might have been it. Let's see. Nope. Yeah, so we're not able to find out what brought that one out. Maybe admins threw it for something, but yeah, unsure of what brought it out. 99 self-spin is what they're saying here in the chat. So Nicholas Short, let's see what happened here. Entering pit road, he spun it out. Ah, there it is. He gets passed up by Malik Ray, trying to get it down to speed here. This is Nicholas Short, locks it up, and the car just hooks to the right. And unfortunately, that's the racetrack, so he's sideways on the racetrack. iRacing throws the caution there. Thank you for filling us in there, Viking Warlord. But Caden Rush will recapture the lead. He does have older tires than some of these drivers behind him. Looks like Mayato, Samard, and Tyler Logan all electing to take a wave around here. But really shaking things up is that caution in the middle of the pit cycle. And Jimmy Mullis, a big winner on that, as he came in just the lap before. So he's going to have on And he's going to have pretty much brand new tires on that race car. And he's in the second position, whereas Caden Rush with 2 or 3 laps of racing on those tires going to be in the lead here. And we'll see what these guys elect to do. If any of them do bring it down pit road. Looks like Logan coming down. And Dylan Alt going to bring it down. And then also Eric Royce going to come down pit road here in the 72 machine. So he wants to get brand new Goodyear tires on that machine. Gets into his box there nicely. But this is going to be very interesting. And let's do a quick recap. 3 cautions so far, 4 lead changes. But Caden Rush has led the majority of the laps here tonight and continues to lead now. Really the only lead changes coming through that pit cycle, but Caden Rush has led 51 out of the 56 laps that have been completed here. And going to be a run to the finish here. No pit stops necessary. And I think Caden's going to elect to take the outside line once again. So we'll see how that works out for him. But before we go green, let's hear a quick word from some of our sponsors. We'll be back with the green flag.
Okay, we're going to keep this quick.
Because at Blaze Pizza,
Artisanal quality at crazy fast speed is what we're all about.
Fresh dough made from scratch daily.
Walk the line and choose any toppings you'd like.
It's all one price.
Then it's just 180 seconds in our blazing hot oven.
For fast fire perfection.
That's Blaze Pizza. Sound good?
Then come check us out and build your own pizza at Blaze Pizza.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
We are about to come back to the green flag here, and if you just saw that ad, you can save 20% on your purchase of any Butt Kicker products by using the code NORSE20 at the Butt Kicker store. So that is the code right there on your screen. Head on over to the Butt Kicker website, check out what they've got in the store, save 20% using NORSE20. But the pace car makes its way onto pit road. Caden Rush gets him going. A little tire spin from the top few cars there. Jimmy Mullis, a good restart on the high line there. He's going to stay alongside and lead a lap. But Caden Rush with that advantageous inside line here for the first lap or so. He's going to be alongside Jimmy Mullis now, trying to drop in line, and he will. He'll look to the inside, but no room to work. And he'll hang on to the back bumper of Caden Rush. Now the 46 looking down low. The 40 trying to give him the line here. Now the lane opens up. Jimmy Mullis dives to the inside with a push from Malik Ray. They're going to try and make a pass on Caden Rush. And here comes Derek Justice, who tries to make a move. Caden Rush going to be stuck on the outside of Malik Ray, now almost 3 wide as they go through turn number 3. Malik down low, Caden Rush up high. Here comes Justice next to Wade Hustad as they race it out for 4th and 5th, but out in front, Jimmy Mullis finds his way to the top spot. Here comes Caden Rush back on the high line, though. Mullis throws the block. Caden Rush nowhere to go, bounces off the outside wall. And Jimmy Mullis hangs on to the position as they race it out for 2nd. This is only slowing them down and letting that 46 get away. Is Connor Horn now battling it out with Alec Martinez. Horn up to 6th. And watch out for that 8 car. He has been quick here, making his way through the pack. Derek Justice now going up the middle, 3 wide. Wade Hustad, Caden Rush, Justice, and the 40 backs out of it. So Caden Rush losing positions here on this restart after leading so much of the event. Definitely going to be disappointed as we've got contact farther back. Dylan Parker caught up in this one. That is the 25 machine of Parker. Let's take a look at what happened here to Dylan to bring out this caution. So Dylan here was battling it out with the 21 of Josh Lambert. And they go down into the corner here. And it looks like just Dylan not 100% clear. The 21 gets into him. And they make heavy contact with that outside wall. Oh, the 99 of Nicholas Short caught up in that as well. Nowhere for him to go as 21 just spins back up into the wall. But I want to ride on with Matt Kemp here. I don't know how he made it through all this. Somehow around the 21. Great job. He gets tapped to start that, able to avoid Josh Lambert. Great job by Matt Kemp to keep that car in one piece. Even with the damage that he has, he's still in the top 15. And that pit strategy didn't work out for him as he's running about where he would have been running if he had just pitted on cycle. Is now the field making their way onto pit road. We'll see if anybody tries anything here. Tyler Logan looks like he's staying out to try and take a wave around, possibly. And he will get the lucky dog, it looks like. Yeah, so put Tyler Logan back on the lead lap. Let's see who wins the battle off pit road, though. And it would not surprise me to see somebody like Caden Rush take 2 tires, and that is not the case. As Jimmy Mullis battling with Malik Ray. Oh, so close at the line. Did anybody get speeding? Jimmy Mullis beat him out, but we'll have to see if anybody got a speeding penalty as Caden Rush comes out in 7th. After leading 52 laps, he's not where he wants to be. And Jimmy Mullis wins the battle off Malik Ray. 2nd, Wade Hustad 3rd. Looks like maybe Alec Martinez. Nobody with a speeding penalty as far as I can tell inside the top 10. So good job by all those guys. It was a close battle coming off. And nobody with a pit road penalty. Let's see if we can get a word in with Mr. Anthony Burrows here. Comes in your points leader. And he's been up inside the top 10. Let's see if we can find him in the voice chat here. Anthony Burrows, this is Adam in the V-Speed booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, Anthony, it's starting to get a little crazy out there. You've been up inside the top 10 all race, and you come in as the points leader. So what are you trying to do here to close this one out?
I don't know. I'm kind of stuck on the outside for this one, but hopefully I can get down low so I don't lose too many spots. But yeah, I'm kind of just trying to get a solid finish out of this. I have a feeling they'll wreck or something's going to happen before this is over, so hopefully I can avoid that and get a solid finish.
Yeah, 10-4. You've had a great start to this season, and once again, a great run here tonight. You know, we've seen quite a few drivers try different strategies, try different lines all race, but it's been so hard to pass. You know, how's the car been for you overall here tonight as you've been making some passes?
It's just been plowing tight for everyone. When you're right behind someone, all that dirty air gets on your nose, and you just really can't turn through the corner. And draft doesn't really make up for it too much down the straightaways. So, yeah, after about the first couple laps, it kind of just gets pretty tough to pass anyone. So you're kind of just right.
Yeah, that's definitely what we've seen, a lot of single file action, and really unless someone makes a mistake, it seems like it's very difficult to get by. So you find yourself on this outside line, and just a handful of laps to go, really. So we wish you the best of luck here in the closing laps. And anybody you want to give a quick shout out to before we let you go racing?
Yeah, definitely shout out to you guys for putting the broadcast on. Thank you everyone for watching this one. And yeah.
All right, thank you for the time, Anthony. Good luck, and hopefully we talk to you at the end.
Thank you.
All right, that was Anthony Burrows, number 62. Comes in as your points leader, and his closest competitor in the standings, Connor Horn, now finding himself inside the top 5. And Shadow Vault, we will interview Wade Hustad if we get another caution here, and he's not involved. So a couple conditions. So we see the 99 of Nicholas Short right up at the front here. No nose on that race car. Sure not the way he pictured that race car would be looking here at the end of the race, but still just inside the top 20 on the lead lap. And he's going to bring Chris Samard with him, who remains 11 laps down with a heavily damaged race car in 21st position. Not the worst run that Chris could have had here tonight, but definitely not what he was hoping for either, as he came in inside the top 10 in points. At the front, though, it's Jimmy Mullis and Malik Ray, the peak drivers, finding their way to the top of the charts. And right behind them, Wade Hustad, Derek Justice, the 31 and 32 in row number 2. And then Connor Horn, Alec Martinez in row 3. So going to be 16 laps to go at the line, and it could get pretty crazy here. We've already seen some intense blocking, and I really don't think we've seen anything yet. And a few drivers still getting damage fixed on their race cars. Now everybody off of pit road trying to catch back up to the leaders here. Mullis making his way through turn 4. Pace car lights are off. We'll be going green. Potentially the last time, but as we heard there from Anthony Burrows, he expects there to be at least one more caution. So I think that might be my expectation as well. As Mullis down low, going to lead the field here. And waiting. Holding them back, waiting for that green flag. Malik Ray jumps a little early, and that's going to give the advantage to the 90. Not sure if they're going to throw any kind of penalty. It looks like Connor Horn, a huge block on Caden Rush, as Caden trying to find his way back to the front. Now drops in line behind the 8. Going to jump to the outside now. See if he can find his way around that damaged number 8 machine, but not any progress up there out of turn number 2. At the front, Jimmy Mullis still side by side with Malik Ray. And then it's the same characters in row 2 behind them. And this is going to get wild, I believe. The 90 of Malik Ray still there. Derek Justice goes around. And the 31 finds the wall. With 15 to go, heavy damage for Derek Justice. And definitely not the best of circumstances before the end of this event. Let's see what happened to Derek here as he went down into turn 3. And he was side by side with Wade Hustad. And maybe just a little bit of damage. Oh, 32 drifted. Oh, he got a shove from the 8 machine. Let's look on with Connor Horn here. 32 checks up. 8, not enough time to react. He did slow up, and that allowed Caden Rush to get through somewhat, but Connor Horn really just not a whole lot he could do there. And then 32 of Wade Hustad drifts up into Derek Justice. So Hustad misses the corner and then ended up getting shoved up into the 31 machine. So not going to be a happy camper in that 31 car. And Hustad probably not too happy with the 8 car. But he will hang on to the 3rd spot after all that. Derek Justice is going to have to restart all the way back here in 18th, and he's got heavy damage, which he will have to get repaired here under the caution. And it's a split decision. It looks like a couple guys faking. Connor Horn, though, comes down. You see he has some damage on the nose, and he brings about a half dozen cars with him. And as requested by the fans, let's talk to Mr. Hustad here. He is available for us.
Want it though.
Hey, Wade Hustad, this is Adam in the V-Speed booth. You got a copy?
Hey, yeah, I do.
Sorry about interrupting you there. We saw you get a little tangled up with the 31, but we're not going to talk too much about that. It's getting pretty crazy here in these closing laps, and you find yourself up in the top 3. What do you got to do to make it to the end of this thing?
Well, I think we really got to capitalize on these fresh tires here on the restarts. As the run goes on, it just has a terrible aero push. So we've been kind of backing up the corner and saving that right front for the longer run. But now we got to kind of switch roles here, go on the short run and see what will happen. It's going to be a crapshoot here in the beginning.
Yes, sir. It's been really intense, a lot of blocking up and down the straightaways here, and it really seems like you've got to just get as many positions as you can because it's so hard to pass. But you have made some passes here tonight. You know, even with the track conditions so hot and the car so tight, what have you really done to make it to where you're at right now?
Well, I learned pretty quick you have to back the corner up a little bit so you have more speed coming off. I goofed up, I think, in that first stint where I lost some speed and went from 8th to 9th. So figured something out there, and I really think we're going to have to keep doing that same thing, save the tires here, and I think we got, 13 to go, 12 to go, and maybe wait for, 7, 8 to go and make a move. But these guys are going to be pretty tough to beat tonight, and we got to do what we can try to on this restart, and we'll go from there.
Yes, sir. And, we've been watching you throughout the season. You finally got kind of the monkey off your back last week at Iowa with a 5th place finish, and you made an incredible recovery. So how much confidence did that give you coming into tonight's race that you'd be able to perform?
That definitely helped just because, probably the first couple races this year. Hold on, race control's talking. The first couple races we got wrecked within the first lap or two, so it's been kind of tough, but last week definitely, mentally made me rebound a little bit, and we got a little bit more confidence heading into tonight and the rest of the year.
And that's definitely showing here. You've run up inside the top 5 basically all night. Definitely been one to watch. You got some fans in chat, so before we let you go to get racing again, anybody you want to give a quick shout out to?
Yeah, I just want to thank my buddies that race with me every week, Tom Harmon, Ryan Hesgard, and there's quite a few others. And then Horse Graphics, they do vinyl graphics in New Ulm, Minnesota, but they will ship anywhere. So if you need anything wrapped from a car, billboard, truck, business sign, they'll do it for you.
Awesome, Wade. Well, thanks for talking with us quickly here. Good luck in the rest of this race, and hopefully we speak to you at the end.
Sounds good. Have a good night.
All right. That was Wade Hustad, who rides in the 3rd position here. And he'll be starting behind Jimmy Mullis and Malik Ray on this restart. It could be very interesting. We saw a little bit of contact there And Derek Justice ultimately paying the price. He is in the 15th spot after a 37-second pit stop to get some damage fixed. He's not the only one who took a long stop, but definitely not where he wanted to be after he was just up in the 4th position and battling for 3rd with Husted. But the field's still waiting for the lights to turn off. I think they'll get it this time. Yes, sir. Definitely hoping for an exciting ending. Thank you for your comment there, Bottom Gaming. Appreciate you tuning in and supporting us here tonight. If you haven't already, if you're watching tonight, please consider following or subscribing. It really goes a long way to helping us produce great content each and every night. You can also find us on other platforms such as YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, where we post other interesting content as well as announce each and every race before we go live. So check us out on those different links. And I want to thank our sponsors once again here tonight. And obviously, I want to thank the league for allowing us to broadcast here tonight. This is the NORSEFORCE Racing League. You can check them out at norseforcerl.com. Find them on Twitter and Facebook as well if you want to get involved in some of the action that you see on screen tonight. Definitely a great place to race. They've got some awesome admins and some great prizes and competition here. So definitely an awesome league to be a part of. And these guys have put on a show each and every week. And Jimmy Mullis looking for win number 3 this season. And we'll see what he can do here to hang on to the top spot. We do have some cars on fresher rubber just outside the top 10. But it's going to be an interesting restart. Mullis on the inside, Malik Ray up high. We'll see if Malik can get as good a jump as he did on the last one as they roll out of turn number 4 now. And pace car going to make that hard left-hand turn down onto the pit lane. Mullis, Ray on the front row, Husted and Rush, who's found his way back inside the top 5. Going to get us going. Green flag in the air. Jimmy Mullis down low. Malik Ray, great timed restart. He is right there with him. So they dive into turn number 1, really close side by side. Malik Ray still right there in the running. And I think after a lap or so, if he can stay alongside, this is going to be to the benefit of Malik Ray as he still is there. Big push from Caden Rush. See if Caden pushes him or jumps to the outside. He's going to stay in line for right now. Wade Husted looking to the middle. Not going to happen. He's got a big push from Anthony Burrows, and it's the top 6 or 7 all nose to tail. As they dive down into the corner, Malik Ray with the nose out front. Malik trying to capture the lead, and he will put the 90 to the top spot. As the 46 of Jimmy Mullis drops in line. Caden Rush now in 3rd. Going to try and find his way back up there as we got contact. And that is Connor Horn going around. No caution. Now caution flies. As the 99 of Nicholas Short once again the victim here. And that car done for the race with under 10 to go. Has to be disappointing for Nicholas Short. Let's take a look. And we're going to look with Connor Horn here. It looks like my auto was towards the start of this. Let's see what happened here. He's racing it up with Ian Smith. And the 44, oh, a little contact. The 36 off the track. The 42 involved. And then the 72 of Eric Royce. Derek Justice. A lot of people just like stacking up here. So the 72 trying to check up. Gets into Derek Justice. The 8 gets tagged by him. Connor Horn going around. The 44 is Nichols. A great save, but man, all kinds of craziness right there. Horn just nowhere to go, and he gets slammed into the 99. Oh my gosh. Heavy impacts once again for Nicholas Short. Wow. And somehow that car able to roll away. I want to see what happened with Zach Nichols here. This save looked pretty great. Let's see what happened with the 44 here. So he gets tagged, but bouncing it off the wall. He gets into Derek Justice a little bit, but what a save. Let's go to the hand cam here. Back and forth. Wow, just barely hanging on to that thing. And he will live to race another lap. Brings out another caution, though. And yeah, really just a matter of everybody stacking up in too many cars and too small of a space. But Malik Ray now at the front. Chris Samard gets the lucky dog. And he will go back to 9 laps down now. And looking to gain at least a couple spots here is Nicholas Short. Probably going to have to park it for the rest of the race with the damage on that car. And let's see if we can get a word in with Mr. Ian Smith. Ian Smith, this is Adam in the V-Speed booth. You got a copy?
Loud and clear, Adam. How's it going?
I'm pretty good up here, but you're doing pretty well yourself, riding in the top 10 right now. We're under 10 to go. It looks like you've just kind of been cruising all race, and what do you got to do here to survive to the end of this thing?
Not get trapped in the wrong line. It seems like being on the inside on a restart in the opening lap is not the place to be, just because somebody can get such a run on you on the outside and keep their momentum up that if they do, you're just going to get freight trained. So it's all about being in the right line here with these handful of laps to go.
Yeah, and we've definitely seen the stack-ups on these restarts leading to cautions. And is there really any safe spot on the racetrack to avoid, or is it just kind of luck of the draw, you think?
Only safe spot I would say is Malik right now. Everybody else behind is probably in the danger zone.
Yeah, that's kind of what I expected to hear, but you've done a good job avoiding trouble so far tonight and riding in the top 10. You know, looking for a pretty solid run here. And it's been hard to pass, like you said. What have you been able to do here tonight to make some spots up throughout tonight's race?
The key's really been, with the low horsepower in these cars, you really need as much throttle time as you can. So it almost doesn't feel right to back up the corner as much as you do. But if you do, you're just going to be rewarded down the straight. And if you can do that, you're going to pass people. So it's been fun. Been fun race night.
Yeah, and you've kept the car clean the whole time, and hopefully you can keep it clean here for the last few laps. So good luck with the rest of the race, Ian. Always a pleasure to talk to you. Anybody you want to give a quick shout out to before we let you go?
Shout out to Wade here. Got him in my Discord here. Hopefully he can go get that win against a couple of Pete drivers.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do. We'll see what you can do here to gain a few spots before this thing's all said and done. Good luck, and hopefully we talk to you later.
Sounds good, Adam. Thank you, man.
That was Ian Smith, currently riding in the 8th position. After starting in 16th, that car's still one of the cleanest on the racetrack, and Ian, one of those guys to find some spots in the closing laps. He's definitely very consistent, very clean and smooth driver. So doing a good job so far. And like he said, Wade Hustad, who he's watching right now in the 4th position, one of the fan favorites here tonight. He's in a relatively safe spot, but like he said, I think Malik is probably the safest driver on the track. And we'll see what he elects to do here on the restart. Right now looking like he's going to take the inside lane. And pace car lights are off. It looks like Malik will elect the inside lane, so kind of going against what Ian said. But we'll see if it works out for him. He captured the lead from the outside lane, so well, I guess he's going to try and use that tactic to actually use the opposite tactic to hang on to the lead. So a little bit of interesting logic there by Malik, and we'll see what he has to hang on to this. but gonna be 6 to go when we get to the line for this restart. So if you haven't already made your selection for who you think's gonna win, comment in the chat. Cheer on your favorite driver, and we'll see if you're right here at the end. But right now, Caden Rush is a man on a mission. He's back up to the 3rd spot after being in, I think it was 7th or 8th on an earlier restart. He has found his way forward. And Caden has led so many laps here tonight. I think he's my selection. He's going to have the drive to try and win it here. He's found the right lane at the right time each restart. So the 40 is my pick, but really anybody who's still running has a shot at it, I would say. We do have 17 drivers on the lead lap from the 27 that started tonight's event. And pace car lights are off the field, making their way towards the start-finish line. Malik Ray down low. We'll see what he does to get out in front here. The 90 gets him going. Green flag back in the air. Jimmy Mullis right alongside him. And would not surprise me if those two are working together somehow to get away. I thought I saw somebody down on the inside. That must have been Dylan Parker with an issue on the restart. He is well behind the leader in 17th. But out front, Malik Ray able to clear Mullis. Here comes Caden Rush now to the inside. What does he do to try and get back up to the front? Now behind Malik Ray. Looks to the inside. Not enough room there. Looks up high. No room there. And he gives the tap to Malik Ray through the corner. That's going to shove the 90 up the track. Here comes the 40 down low to the inside. Not going to have enough room. And he's still shoving Malik Ray through the corner, trying to find a way around. He jumps to the outside, and they're wrecking behind him. Jimmy Mullis, Wade Hustad, Keith Mayato, Ian Smith. And caution is not out. We're still under green. Somehow they're still battling for it. I don't know how that's not a caution, but at the front, the 40 of Caden Rush trying to take it away. Oh, and he gets turned. Malik Ray into him. The 40 trying to hang on. He gets sent into the wall. And that is going to bring out a caution. And that is just so unfortunate for so many drivers on that last lap. Let's go back a little bit earlier. Jimmy Mullis caught up. Let's see what happened to him here. And then we'll go to the later incident. The 46, just a little tap there from Caden Rush, gets sent up the track. Hustad trying to take it 3 wide. And he bounces off the 14 up into the 46, who gets sent into the wall. And the 32 into Ian Smith, who gets some damage. It looks like Keith Mayato able to slow up enough there, but I'm trying to see who else got caught up in this. I think it was really just those drivers. A handful of others possibly, but at the front here it was Malik Ray and the 40 of Caden Rush, who was so dominant early in this race. He gets hooked by the 90 going into the corner. That sends the 15 around. Oh, Caden hard in the wall. 15 of Alec Martinez, also your pole sitter. That car absolutely destroyed as well. And both those drivers going to be done for the night. Let's see kind of from the nose cam what happened to Alec here. So 40 just nowhere for Alec to go. He was down as low as he could be. And that car just slams the wall, and then Zach Nichols nowhere to go. That car well destroyed. Oh yeah, just nowhere to go as 15 was bouncing off that wall. Massive incidents here, taking out the top contenders, and Caden Rush has to be just absolutely furious in that number 40, leading 52 of the laps that we've run here, 52 of the 76. Basically the entire first half of the race and then some. And he's not even going to be able to finish this thing parked on pit road. It looks like he's going to come home somewhere outside the top 15. And Malik Ray leading the field now. It's going to be 3 to go. And most likely going to be a green-white checkered to end this thing. So that's going to shake things up. Also, a lot of drivers bringing it down pit road here, my auto included. He looks like he's going to get some damage fixed. Ian Smith also going to have to get some nose damage fixed on that race car. And they're going to have to hope that the fresh tires help them, with the leaders being on 16-lap-old tires. They are sitting here getting damage fixed. Dylan Parker also still out here in the 13th position. Alec Martinez done for the night. Caden Rush done for the night. Wade Hustad looks to be done for the night. Jimmy Mullis looking like he is either trying to get some or all of that damage fixed, but he is 3 laps off the lead, so probably going to call it a night as well after leading 11 laps here. So big shakeup, and probably some points implications. Actually, Anthony Burrows able to survive. Connor Horn somehow making it through, but that car has seen better days as well. And we'll see if he has anything to get up here and get a few more points before it's all said and done. But Anthony Burrows has been able to avoid almost all of this tonight, somehow making it through with a little bit of damage on the left rear and the left front. So looking like he's going to extend his points lead, assuming he finishes the race here. It's not over till it's over, obviously, that being the case. And pace car lights are still on. I'm sure we'll get the one to go next time by, but I want to take this moment to let you know you can get your own V-Speed merch if you enjoy the broadcast here. First 25 to use the code NORSE5 will save $5 on a purchase of $10 or more. You can support the stream, get your own awesome merchandise. You can support the iRacing community through your purchase as well. Visit the V-Speed shop at vspeedsim.com/shop, and you can get your own merchandise worn by drivers such as Justin Botello. That's some awesome stuff. So check us out over there. And also, if you just enjoyed the broadcast tonight, consider following or subscribing. We've had a few followers join the crowd here tonight. We want to thank all of you for tuning in and supporting us. And subscribing goes a long way to keeping the content great and entertaining on this channel. It's free to subscribe with Twitch Prime if you have that and you haven't used your free subscription. You can use it right here on V-Speed. It'll allow you to skip the ads during our commercial breaks that we run every so often, as well as access to exclusive emotes that you can use in the chat. You can also find us on YouTube at V-Speed Media, where we post the race replays from the week before. So you can check us out over there. Also on Facebook at facebook.com/VSpeedSim, where we post race announcements before each and every race throughout the week. You can also find us on Instagram and Twitter, where we post those same announcements, as well as special events and new merchandise. So we're going to cut quickly to a word from one of our sponsors, and we'll be right back with the green flag.
Okay, we're going to keep this quick.
Because at Blaze Pizza,
artisanal quality at crazy fast speed is what we're all about.
Fresh dough made from scratch daily.
Walk the line and choose any toppings you'd like.
It's all one price.
Then it's just 180 seconds in our blazing hot oven
For fast bar perfection.
That's Blaze Pizza. Sound good?
Then come check us out and build your own pizza at Blaze Pizza.
Pace car lights are off. The field is working side by side. It's going to be coming to the green flag here just out of turn 4. Jimmy Mullis has returned to the track in 17th, 4 laps down. We only have 13 drivers on the lead lap right now, the last of them being Dylan Parker in the number 25 machine, but Malik Ray, Michael Fenlison now on the outside. Going to lead the drivers back to the green flag. Anthony Burrows, Eric Royce there on the second row, and we've got a checkup behind Zach Nichols, who has heavy damage. And Nichols going to drop straight back here. Connor Horn going to make his way past Keith Mayato into the top 10. So perseverance paying off for the driver of the 36. Tyler Logan, Matt Kemp also up in the mix. Derek Justice, Dylan Alt. So it's really between, I think, anyone in the top 10. But Malik Ray, the cleanest race car out here, and he is also in clean air. But some drivers on fresher tires, including Matt Kemp, that 48 10-lap fresher tires, then the top 6. But he's got damage on the race car. Not sure if he's going to be able to find his way forward, as Derek Justice and Dylan Alt battling it out side by side. Move Justice now into the 5th position as the field coming to the white flag. Malik Ray out in front by a couple car lengths. Here comes Eric Royce now to 2nd, trying to make that move to 2nd at least, and Fenlison going to try and fend him off. And Derek Justice, a bold move down to the inside of Anthony Burrows, going to try and take 4th away. Almost contact out of the corner. He's going to get a push here. Here comes Dylan Alt now to the inside. Not a lot of help for the 31 as Alt right there behind him now gives him a push. And it's going to be side by side for 4th, but out in front Malik Ray looking for his first victory after 2 second-place finishes back-to-back. Coming out of turn number 4, Malik Ray surviving the race. A battle of attrition here tonight. Malik Ray going to win the race at Indianapolis. The 6th race of the NORSEFORCE Valhalla Cup Series goes to Malik Ray. So Malik will come out on top. Capture that checkered flag here after a wild race. 2nd place, Michael Fenlison. Also a good run for the 14. 3rd place, Eric Royce in that 72. Great run for him coming from 19th to 3rd. And also getting caught up in a couple things here tonight. So Malik Ray getting a congratulatory bump there from Derek Justice. He will come home your winner tonight. So Malik finally does it here. And we're waiting for him to get back around and do his celebratory burnout. As he approaches the start-finish line. Big wave to the crew down there in pit road. And he spins that Sunoco Camry around to celebrate tonight's win. We'll see if we can just pull him up straight away and talk to him here. Does not look like he is in the Discord just yet, but we'll wait just a moment for him, as we are waiting for our top 3 to get in here. Malik Ray comes home your winner. Started 13th, 16 laps led. So great run by Malik. Once again, tops off 2 back-to-back runner-up finishes. Malik Ray, this is Adam in the V-Speed booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, man. How you doing?
Pretty good. You're probably feeling on top of the world right now. Coming home the winner here tonight. What did it take here in these final few laps to hang on to it and survive that melee?
Really, all you had to do was just have clean air. I mean, if you had clean air, then you were going to pull away from any guy that was behind you. I just tried to make sure that I put myself in the best spot within the last 20 laps to make sure that I was up front.
Yeah, and you weren't really anywhere to be found there in the first 10 or 15, which, you started mid-pack, and it looked like it was hard to pass. So how did you get up there, up inside the top 5 to even find your way into this battle?
Everyone just kept taking a wide entry, and I just tried to make sure that I kept a really low entry, so that way I wasn't as tight riding. Because if I entered lower than them, then I wasn't going to be, right in their air, and I was able to turn better. So that's how I was able to make up some.
Yeah, and it was fun to watch you battle through, and it was tough to pass. So any passes that were made were real close, tight battling. So definitely a fun time watching you come through. But you finished second 2 weeks in a row leading up to this. So how refreshing is it to finally come out on top?
It makes me really happy because I've been wanting to win in this league for a while, so I was happy that I was able to get it done.
Yeah, and you come in here, I think in the top, looks like the top 13 in points. This will definitely give you a big boost after those first few races. And we head to Chicago next week. So what are your thoughts on going out there?
I look forward to Chicago. I hope that the track's nice and hot. That way, you'll be able to run the bottom and outside and whatnot. And yeah, I look forward.
Yeah, and I'm sure you'll put on a great show for us like you do each and every week. So congratulations on the victory here again tonight. 16 laps led after starting all the way back in 13th. You capture the checkered flag there at the end. Anybody you want to give a shout out to that made tonight's race possible?
You guys for broadcasting Dead Zone Racing and Sunoco and Richmond Raceway. I appreciate all you guys. It means a lot. And FEG and Sim Seats. Sorry, I had a lot of people that time.
That's all right. Lots of people make it happen for the number 90 here tonight, and you come out on top. Congratulations, Malik. Go celebrate, and we'll catch up with you next week at Chicago.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
That was your winner here tonight, Malik Ray, coming out on top of this race. Let's go to second place, Michael Fenlison, who is in the chat. Michael Fenlison, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, Michael, you came up a little bit short there behind Malik, but a good run for you here tonight to come home in second place. So kind of give us a rundown of how the race went for you.
Yeah, it was mostly pretty rough until strand of cautions at the end, but I started in 7th and just couldn't move up at any point, and then I think the second restart of the race, like at lap 30, I got doored, which I think gave me some right side damage and then also some roof damage now that I'm looking at it. So I had to get that fixed. So it was just a battle back, and that long green flag run didn't really help once everybody got spread out. So on those late race restarts, I was trying to dig around the outside and just pass everybody that was checking up on the bottom, and it worked all the way up till that last restart where Jimmy and everybody got loose on each other, and we were all 3 wide and getting hectic. So I'll definitely take a second in my first start. It wasn't as eventful as I wanted it to be. I thought I would have a lot more fun on a green there, but I was just in a hole to start off. So I'll take a second since I was in a hole like that.
Yeah, it was very difficult to pass, and basically what we heard from everybody, just the dirty air, was too much for you to make up really on the straightaways with the draft. So was there anything that you found throughout the race that allowed you to make passes, or was it just that tough tonight?
I think it was just that tough. I would like that whole green flag run. I was stuck behind one guy. It was just a matter of who would make a mistake, and I made a few mistakes, lost about 0.6 at times, gained it back all the way until I got to about a second, and then it just stalled out, and I couldn't gain any more time doing the same thing. So, yeah, I think it was just very hard. It was getting kind of frustrating at one point, and kind of glad we got those late cautions because I would have finished about 8th.
Yeah, and it's definitely a good solid finish for your debut here to come home second. And we're going to Chicago next week. So what are your thoughts on going out there?
I definitely do like some hot and slick tracks. So hopefully it is kind of hot and we can wheel these things around. Then I will definitely be looking forward to it. So it should be a lot of fun. I mean, Chicago's a good track. I like it. So hopefully I can bring that to Sunoco, New England Racing Film Machine, JDR Graphics, and a victory lane next week.
Awesome. Well, we'll keep an eye on you for sure. But a second place does it for you here tonight in your debut. So anybody else you'd like to thank before we let you go celebrate?
I just want to thank Jimmy, Zach Novak, Jimmy Mullis for putting me on Lockdown Racing recently. It's been a lot of fun. JD making this beautiful paint scheme for me with Sunoco Racing Fuels on it, and that's about it.
Awesome, Michael. Well, congratulations on the second place run. Go celebrate, and we'll catch up with you next week at Chicago.
Okay, thank you.
That was your second place finisher, Michael Fenlison, who started in 7th. Said he was in a hole there, but capitalized on those late restarts to come home in that second spot. Let's go to third place finisher, Eric Royce. Let's see if we can get a hang of him. Eric Royce, this is Adam of the V-Speed booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, Eric, you started all the way back in 19th here tonight. You find your way up inside the top 3 here. How did you do it here tonight when it was so hard to pass?
I really just got lucky. I rode around in the back the entire race, and then that string of cautions just kept benefiting me. Every time there was something would happen, I was on the bottom, and I was able to just clear it.
Yeah, and it was definitely a battle of attrition there in the second half, and even really the first half, those opening few laps. And it looks like you took 2 tires on this final pit stop. Were you worried that wasn't going to work out for you, or, did you have a strategy going there?
I wasn't too worried about it. We only had like 1 or 2 laps on the tires, and I figured it'd be more important to, I don't know if like 2 or 3 people were in front of me there, but I just wanted to be in front of them when we came out, so I'd be the first car on sort of fresh tires. And from there, we didn't really have too much racing, but it worked out.
Yeah, 10-4 obviously did work out. You had a great battle with Michael there in the last lap and a half. Was there any way that you were going to be able to get around him or hold on to the second spot? Or was it just too hard to race around here tonight with the setup being as tight as it was?
I think Michael had damage on his right front, so I really thought actually that I was going to get by him. But when I got alongside him, because I had a really good draft going down the front straight away, pulled to his inside, I really thought that I was going to clear him coming out of 1 there, but I just got real tight underneath him. I just drove the corner wrong, and I was more worried about wrecking him because Michael's a really good racer, and I really don't want to take away a second place from him,
Yep.
So I lifted and fell in behind him.
Yeah,
I figured
it was a great battle to watch there. Obviously, Malik kind of pulled away while you two were side by side, but ultimately you come home 3rd here, and your best run of the season by far. So how much confidence does that give you as we go into Chicago next week?
I feel pretty good going into Chicago. I liked it when Afix was there earlier this year. Thought I had pretty good runs there, so I'm pretty excited for this race.
Yeah, we'll have to definitely keep an eye on you and see if you can follow up this 3rd place and maybe get some momentum going here as we are going into race number 7. So a solid run for you here tonight. Obviously gained a ton of spots from start to finish, from 19th to 3rd. So probably the biggest mover of the evening. And anybody you want to give a shout out to for tonight's 3rd place run?
Yes, my team OneSim. They've been helping me out a lot this year. Finally got on a team, and they've been grooming me, and it's pretty cool to be a part of a team like that. And then GTR Simulations, they just came aboard on OneSim earlier this year, and it's been an honor having them. So happy to be able to give them some TV time today.
Awesome, Eric. Well, congratulations on the 3rd place run. Great job here tonight to survive everything, and we'll look forward to seeing if you can follow this up at Chicago. But go celebrate, and we'll catch up with you then.
Alrighty, thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you. You too. That was Eric Royce, your 3rd place finisher, but on top, once again, Malik Ray coming home your winner here tonight. Let's go through the rest of the finishing results here tonight and a quick recap of tonight's race. 7 cautions, 8 lead changes, and Malik Ray comes out on top. Michael Fenlison going to come home in 2nd here tonight. Eric Royce, who we just talked to, his best run of the season by far, comes home in 3rd. Derek Justice finishing in 4th after getting wrecked kind of in the latter 3rd of this race. So great recovery there to come home 4th. Anthony Burrows, your points leader, once again a solid run. Another top 5 finish in the 5th position. Keith Mayato, who got wrecked kind of in the mid part of this race, able to recover and finish in 6th. Dylan Alt finishes in 7th. Matt Kemp comes home 8th. Tyler Logan 9th, and Ian Smith rounds out the top 10 here tonight. In 11th, it was Dylan Parker, and perseverance paying off for Dylan as he got caught up in probably 2 or 3 wrecks and comes home with a really solid run tonight. Zach Nichols comes home 12th. Connor Horn, your second place in points, comes home 13th. Jimmy Mullis, your third in points, comes home 14th. Wade Hustad comes home 15th. Alec Martinez 16th. 17th was Caden Rush. Chris Samard was 18th. Nicholas Short 19th. And in 20th, it was Josh Lambert. In 21st, we have John Furness. 22nd, Briar LaPrade. 23rd was Skylar Shackelford. 24th was Aaron Mulrooney Jr. 25th, Dylan Strauss. And thank you for the follow there. Appreciate you tuning in and supporting us tonight. And where was I? Donovan Strauss, 25th. 26th was Nick Holslander. 27th was Michael Bianchini, and he was the last driver to take the field tonight. Harrison Chandler did not make a start in tonight's event. But that's going to do it for tonight's race. Malik Ray coming out on top. We want to thank you for tuning in tonight to the NORSEFORCE Valhalla Cup Series right here on V-Speed. We want to thank all of those who followed and tuned in once again for tonight's race. An exciting finish here at Indianapolis. We'll be back here tomorrow night with the Raider Series. I'm not sure exactly where we're going for that, but we will be back tomorrow with that series. Or actually, I think we're off tomorrow night, so we'll just have to double check on that. But either way, we'll be back a couple times more this week with the iRacing Fantasy National Series and the iRacing Fantasy Cup Series right here on Twitch. So if you haven't already, please consider following or subscribing. We really appreciate that. You can also find the race replays over on YouTube, where we post those about a week after we go live on this platform. You can also find us on Facebook, where we post the race announcements before each and every event throughout the week. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter with those same announcements. We want to thank you for tuning in one more time, and until next time, have a great night.